Donald Trump has lashed out at evangelicals. Is he trying to lose 2024? When historians look back at the fall of Donald Trump, they likely won't be able to pinpoint one particular moment. Still, his comments about evangelicals this week will likely be remembered for years to come. The disgraced former president questioned the loyalty of what had been his most crucial allies. In an interview with the Real America's Voice program, The Water Cooler, Trump was asked about his thoughts on why evangelical leaders expressed hesitance to support him in his bid to seek re-election. "I don't really care," the former president replied during his interview with David Brody of the Trump-aligned right-wing news and opinion channel. "It's a sign of disloyalty." Well, Donald Trump apparently forgets that loyalty is something that is earned through actions and that elected officials aren't guaranteed it. According to reports, even his most trusted advisors are accusing him of alienating what had been one of his most prized voting blocs. Even as their power has waned in recent years, evangelical Christians remain crucial voters for Republicans, a point noted in Florida Governor Ron DeSantis' recent re-election, where he won by a landslide thanks to the turnout from the bloc. This group also proved to be a difference for Trump in 2016, just as its low turnout in 2000 almost ended up in a victory for Al Gore over George W. Bush. 4 years later, Bush easily won re-election thanks to evangelicals. The truth is that evangelicals may not vote for President Joe Biden, or any Democrat for that matter. But if 2020 was any indication, Trump would need every vote he can get. Thus, if evangelicals opt to sit out the election entirely, as many did in 2000, then Trump can't make up the difference with another group. Politics is too much of a numbers game to throw away any bloc. Yet, instead of trying to be conciliatory or making any attempts to mend bridges, Trump went on the attack against the evangelicals in his interview. There's great disloyalty in the world of politics, and that's a sign of disloyalty because nobody has ever done more for right to life than Donald Trump, the former president insisted. "I put 3 Supreme Court justices who all voted, and they all got something they've been fighting for 64 years, or many, many years," Trump said. "And nobody thought they could win it. They won. Roe v. Wade. They won. They finally won." Well, Trump either needs a history or a math lesson, as the landmark Roe v. Wade of the U.S. Supreme Court, in which the court ruled that the Constitution of the United States conferred the right to choose to have an abortion, was decided on January 22, 1973, 50 years ago this month. As for the actual disloyalty, it came down to their failure to turn out enough in the midterms, where nearly all of the Trump-backed candidates went down in defeat. Yet, as noted, DeSantis did win by a landslide. Perhaps it isn't disloyalty, but reality, and evangelical leaders know not to bet on a loser. The former president announced that he was formally running for president last year at an event hosted at his Mar-a-Lago club and estate, where he's been largely holed up since leaving office.